Unlocking the Power of Pivot Tables. By Enrique Pena, Megan Gerke, Anthony Concown, and Chase Pickle. Welcome. Today, we'll be exploring a powerful feature in Microsoft Excel, pivot tables. In this training, we'll cover several key topics, including what pivot tables are, why they're so useful, common uses for pivot tables, who can benefit from them, real-world applications, common features of pivot tables, business examples of their utilization, and finally, we'll conclude with a live demonstration. Let's get started. What is a pivot table? Pivot tables is a data processing tool in Excel and other spreadsheet applications that allows users to summarize and analyze large amounts of data. It also allows the user to quickly manipulate and reorganize the data through a drag and drop process. The benefits of using pivot tables is it will help to simplify complex datasets and enhance data analysis and reporting. As quoted here by Microsoft.com, a pivot table is an interactive way to quickly summarize large amounts of data. You can use a pivot table to analyze numerical data in detail and answer unanticipated questions about your data. Why use pivot tables? Pivot tables are a powerful tool in Excel that allow users to quickly summarize, analyze, and investigate large sets of data. They make it easy to reorganize and group data, helping to identify trends and patterns effectively. One of the key advantages of pivot tables is their ability to streamline data analysis. They enable interactive exploration and allow users to create visualizations quickly, making it easier to draw valuable insights that support decision-making. Common uses. Pivot tables are a powerful tool in Excel, widely used for summarizing and analyzing large data sets efficiently. Some of the most common uses include analyzing large data sets. Pivot tables allow you to create queries, aggregate numerical data, and even perform custom calculations. Summarizing data, you can organize information by categories and subcategories, with the flexibility to expand or collapse data for more focused results. Creating reports. Pivot tables make it easy to generate charts and graphs, presenting concise and streamlined information for effective communication. These features make pivot tables an indispensable tool for data-driven tasks. Who can use a pivot table? Pivot tables are widely used by professionals across various fields, including data scientists and analysis experts. Some of the most common users are business analysts, financial professionals, marketing teams, and sales managers, along with many others in the business world. These professionals rely on pivot tables to organize and make sense of their data, unlocking insights that drive informed decision-making. The real-world application of pivot tables. Pivot tables have a wide range of real-world applications across various industries. Some examples include evaluating employee productivity. Managers can analyze performance metrics such as sales targets, sales calls, completed projects, or even customer behavior. Survey results. Pivot tables make it easy to analyze survey data, for example, determining whether customers at a baseball game prefer hamburgers or hot dogs. Budget to actuals. By organizing sales transactions and budget reports, pivot tables can help compare what was budgeted versus what was actually spent, as well as track remaining funds for the year. Financial reports. Users can summarize expenses, revenues, and profits by department or project. This data can be used to create monthly summary reports for key stakeholders. Marketing reports. Pivot tables can analyze campaign performance and customer segmentation, helping refine marketing strategies. Inventory management. They can efficiently monitor stock levels and turnover rates, ensuring better inventory control. These examples highlight the versatility and power of pivot tables in streamlining data analysis and reporting. Pivot tables come with a variety of features that make reporting easier and more effective. Some of the most commonly used features include Drag and drop functionality, quickly customize the layout of your data. Calculated fields, perform advanced calculations directly within the pivot table. Filtering options, focus on specific data by applying filters. Pie charts and graphs, create visual representations of your data in just a few clicks. Subtotals and report layouts, summarize data effectively with customizable layouts. Formatting styles, enhance readability and presentation with built-in styles. While this list highlights the most common functions, it's by no means exhaustive. Pivot tables offer many more features to streamline and enhance your reporting. Pivot tables are incredibly powerful tools for data analysis, transforming complex datasets into actionable insights that enhance how we interpret and utilize data in business. They provide valuable information across various applications, such as sales performance, employee productivity, and financial reporting. By simplifying and summarizing data, pivot tables make it easier to draw conclusions and inform better decision-making. We encourage you to experiment with pivot tables to uncover the valuable insights hidden in your data. Next, we'll look at an example of how pivot tables can be used to create summary reports with graphs, using financial data to compare budgeted amounts to actual spending. Let's take a look at how Marcos can use pivot tables to organize and summarize his department's expenses and budgets into actionable insights, helping him prepare for his next executive meeting. Marcos is a business manager for ABC Company, and he's reviewing the quarterly activity for the year. He needs to create a report to show how much of the budget has been spent and identify any remaining funds for the fiscal year. Now, let's see how Marcos can leverage pivot tables to analyze his data and create a comprehensive report for the executives.
Let's start by looking at the raw dataset. This dataset contains information about monthly budgets and actual expenses for various departments over an entire year. The columns include department, month, budget, actual expenses, and variance. Variance is calculated as the difference between the budget and actual expenses. For example, if a department has a budget of $10,000 but spends $12,000, the variance is negative $2,000, indicating overspending. Looking at this data as it is can feel daunting. There's a lot of information spread across months and departments, making it challenging to analyze patterns, identify issues, or draw actionable insights. This is where pivot tables become a game changer. They transform this complex dataset into a structured and easy-to-understand format. Now, let's create a pivot table to compare total budgets for each department. First, select the data range and go to Insert Pivot Table. In the new worksheet, drag the department field into the Rows section to list all the departments. Then drag the Budget field into the Values section to calculate the total budget for each department. Now highlight the pivot table. Go to Insert Bar Chart and create a bar chart. This chart shows the total budgets for each department, making it easy to identify which departments have the highest and lowest budgets. Next, let's analyze the proportion of actual expenses for each department using a pie chart. Insert another pivot table. Drag department to the Rows section and actual expenses to the Values section. Highlight the pivot table. Go to Insert Pie Chart and generate a pie chart. This chart shows how each department contributes to overall expenses. For instance, the operations department might have the largest share, which is easy to spot at a glance. Now, let's create a line chart to analyze trends in budgets and expenses over time. Insert a new pivot table. Drag month to the Rows section to organize data by time. Drag budget and actual expenses into the Values section. Highlight the pivot table. Go to Insert Line Chart and create the line chart. The chart now shows trends for budgets and actual expenses over the year. For example, you might notice a spike in actual expenses during the third quarter. Finally, let's use a drill-down feature to analyze specific data. In a new pivot table, add department to the rows section, month to the columns section, and variance to the value section. Look for negative variances, where departments exceeded their budgets. Double-click on a cell, like operations in July, to open a new sheet with detailed data contributing to that variance. This feature helps identify specific issues and their root causes. These examples demonstrate how pivot tables can simplify data analysis and visualization, turning overwhelming datasets into actionable insights. Thank you.